Welcome to Preparing to Teach the Revised North Carolina State Standards. My name is Sonia Gregory.
And my name is Susan Copeland. We are the CMS Elementary Math Specialists. Let's take a look at general changes made across grade levels. One change that you will notice for all standards is the addition of NC to the beginning of the standard name. You will also notice that multiple parts of some standards were separated by bullets. This revision emphasizes the importance of each part and brings more clarity to the standards.
In some situations, standards have been separated into more than one standard to increase emphasis and clarity of the standards. The new NCK CC4 now addresses only three concepts: one-to-one correspondence, cardinality, and perceptual subitizing. Here you see that perceptual subitizing has been explicitly named and defined. Perceptual subitizing is instantly recognizing groups without counting. Many children can subitize up to 5 or 6 things without counting the set or unit by visually recognizing a pattern. This includes dots on dot arrangements and tin frames, pips on dice, studs on Lego bricks, tallies and tally marks, and fingers on hands. Sets in perceptual subitizing situations become subsets while conceptually subitizing. This new standard, NCK OA6, expects students to use what they know in order to find the total amount in a set or identify its parts. Essentially, students are composing and decomposing larger sets.
In some cases, the expectation of a standard is more clearly defined. An example of a specified expectation exists in 5th grade. Previously, students added and subtracted fractions with unlike denominators with no specific limitations. Now 5th graders add and subtract related fractions only. This means that the denominator of one of the fractions is a multiple of the other fraction, so only one of the fractions needs to be changed to an equivalent fraction to add or subtract. For example, students are expected to add halves, fourths, and eighths together, thirds, sixths, and twelfths together, or fifths, tenths, and hundredths together. But students would not be asked to add or subtract fourths, fifths, and thirds together.
Some standards were combined due to their interconnectedness and because one reinforces the other. An example can be found in 2nd grade. Standard 2G2, partitioning rectangles into rows and columns of same-size squares and counting to find the total number of squares, was integrated into NC2 OA4 to support finding the total number of objects arranged in rectangular arrays with up to 5 columns and 5 rows. You'll notice in the revised standards that some examples were removed and will be placed in the instructional support documents.
Footnotes have been removed and included directly in the standard. The new standards use less technical math language to make the standards easier to read and understand. For example, in this standard, instead of reading understand a fraction a over b as a multiple of 1 over b, the new standard says model and explain how fractions can be represented by multiplying a whole number by a unit fraction.
In some grade levels, new standards were added. For example, identification of quarters, dimes, and nickels and their relationship to the value of a penny has been added to the 1st grade standards. While some standards were added, some standards were completely removed. For example, 2nd graders are no longer required to create line plots.
Support documents from several sources will be available to assist you as you transition to the new North Carolina standards. NCDPI Wiki houses the revised North Carolina standards and the North Carolina unpacking documents. The NC2ML instructional frameworks provide a set of grade-level standards organized into clusters of connected mathematical concepts and a suggested sequence and approximate time frame for each cluster. Important considerations about how mathematics concepts connect and the progression of students' thinking have been included. The Tools for Teachers site provides many of the materials formerly found on the NCDPI site. Lessons, assessment tasks, scoring rubrics, parent letters, and professional development videos are located at that site. And of course, CMS support documents will be updated and housed in the CMS Elementary Math Rocks Canvas course.